Cuba is in a bit of a crisis after it has run out of condoms, and as a result, they are now importing expired condoms from China and repackaging them to make it seem as though they are not expired. Now, health officials in the country say, no, there was a mistake. They're not actually expired. We're just making sure that we repackage them with the correct expiration date. But of course, people are very suspicious about that. Now, because of the fact that they have state-run pharmacies, it isn't rare that they run out of certain supplies and things that they need. But this is a really big problem, especially considering the fact that the shortage is really hitting an area that has the highest HIV and AIDS rate. So just to give you an idea, the state-run enterprise repackaging the more than 1 million condoms in stock does not have enough workers to process the 5,000 condoms a day required just in Villa Clara province alone. And Villa Clara is the area that has the most HIV and AIDS.
So, first of all, I love this quasi-BS scientific discussion of whether the condoms are expired or not. Like, no, they are not expired. No, they are. How do you know? How do you know if the condoms are expired? Like, they put a BS date on it in the first place.
We don't know if it's a BS. Don't say it's a BS date. You don't know.
Like, my guess is the test that they did was after X number of years. What did they do? Leave a condom around for that many years? But anyway, okay, let's just take that they did real scientific tests on it. It's less likely to be as effective as it could be after this many years. But it's not like it's guaranteed. Like, should you use condoms that are expired? If you have many other choices, I guess not.
Okay,
but it's better than not using a condom.
Okay,
like a million times better.
I guess I agree with you on that. But at the same time, don't use expired condoms. That's a terrible idea. And also, don't use expired condoms that have been repackaged, because that's also a disastrous idea.
Well, that's much more troubling, yes. But look, I don't know. I'm biased here because I don't really believe in expiration dates, except for milk. Okay, milk, I've learned the hard way, actually does have an expiration date.
When it comes to like bologna or you know, whatever, packaged meats and stuff,
Please.
It's totally fine. No expiration date.
I'm still eating Hot Pockets from the 1980s. Come on, it's fine.
And you look totally fine, Cenk.
Oh! That's how she went there. Okay, all right. Generally, if you can avoid it, don't use expired condoms. If you're in Cuba and, you know, you're in an area that has a high level of HIV, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
No, to be fair to Cuba, the World Health Organization has said that Cuba is one of the countries that has the lowest rates of HIV and AIDS, but now they're really worried because since they have this condom shortage, of course more people are going to have unprotected sex, and that could spread the disease, among other diseases as well, and also they're going to have issues with unwanted pregnancies. So this is a complete and utter disaster. I don't know how they're going to resolve this issue, but that's part of the problem of being in a communist country that doesn't play nice with other countries, right? You can't import condoms from other countries. You only want to import them from places like China.
Yeah, you know, I really wonder what would happen in Cuba if we hadn't done the embargo. Because, look, communism doesn't work. We know that. It's not in human nature to put in as much work as you possibly can and take as little as you absolutely need. It's just not how we're built, right? And so the Soviet Union collapsed and was bound to collapse. And of course they didn't do real communism, but if they had done real communism, honestly, I think they might have collapsed even earlier, right? So it's not like Cuba was going to flourish, but it would have been interesting to see what would have happened if, and it's kind of a funny way of putting it, but if we'd given it a fair chance. Like when you have the giant country next to you that is importing and exporting all over the world, and they embargo you, God, that's lethal to your economy.
Of course.
So like it's easy to go and make fun of Cuba. Oh, they need the entire country needs a fresh coat of paint. It's true they do. They need cars that were made before 1955. It's true they do, right? But how much of that is that communism didn't work, and how much of that is that we embargoed the fuck out of them, right? And so, you know. And parts of Cuba did work, by the way. So, look, I'm not a communist, as I just explained to you. I think it's ridiculous and not right. But they do have a good healthcare system. That's part of the reason why they have a low level of AIDS. They have a very good education system. It would have been an interesting experiment for the world if they were allowed to work in the way that they were intended without the U.S. crushing them through an embargo.
Yeah.
So, anyway, sad day. Now they're down to use condoms.